So as a follow-up from my teaser appraisal the other day from the new Rolex 2025 releases, which, it was off the cuff, and there's a few things that I didn't understand, like the little line under the crown that suggested that that new Land Dweller was going to be a steel watch and not a platinum watch. Well, I've had some more time to think about it, and what I want to do with this video is just talk about the name Land Dweller. How does that resonate? But not only that, who are the direct competitors, and who could come in and take Rolex's limelight away for their new integrated sports watch? I'm Andy, and welcome to the English Watch. This channel is about me and my watch collecting journey, an amateur enthusiast with an eye for detail, helping like-minded individuals like you start your watch collecting journey. Now, if you like these videos, please give it a thumbs up, and while you're there, why not subscribe? So many of you who come back don't subscribe. Why not? Anyway, we've all seen now this elite video of the new Land Dweller with the white dial, and we've seen pictures of Roger Federer wearing this watch in some different sort of social and domestic scenes. Now, is Rolex changing their approach, from 100% lockdown secrecy to starting to sort of drip feed out, a bit like what Omega do with Daniel Craig, where he'll turn up at a premiere for a movie wearing a white dial speed, and we go, "Oh, what's that?" Just to sort of generate some hype around the new model. Now, Rolex don't normally need to do that, do they? I mean, people will just go and buy them anyway, regardless. Does Rolex need a new model in the lineup? It doesn't, but there's no reason it can't, and it knows it'll be successful if it does. Now, when we then look at the name Land Dweller, I think it sounds dumb. But then I've worked for a car company, and they'll release a car with a new name like Evoque or XF or something like that, and you'll think, God, that sounds really crap initially, and then over time it just becomes normal language. But then why Land Dweller? Now, I've sort of written down on a bit of paper some thoughts in terms of what naming convention. This is just my thoughts, because you've got like the practical watches like the Yachtmaster or the GMT Master 2 or the Submariner. They're practical watches. They do things. Maybe not so much the Yachtmaster, but you can do the regatta timing and all those things. You've then got functional watches like the Datejust, it's time and date. The Day-Date, because it tells you the date and the day. And the Oyster Perpetual, which is just an automatic winding time-only watch. But then we come on to what are adventure watches. We've got the Sea Dweller, the Deep Sea, the Air King, the Explorer, and then the Sky Dweller. More than just the GMT Master, which is for pilots. The Sky Dweller is for who knows what. Private pilots, I don't know. And then you've got the Explorer 2, which, if we go to what Rolex are using in terms of the Land Dweller, why isn't that called the Cave Dweller? Yeah, it's for spelunking. Cave Dweller. There you go. So I would be more tempted, if I was Rolex, and obviously they're not going to listen to me, is to call the Land Dweller the Hour Master. What do you reckon? The Hour Master. You've got the Datejust, you've got the Day-Date, the Hour Master. And yeah, this is a watch that's going to be produced with a new movement, with their dual impulse escapement, that natural escapement, whatever it's called. There's a great video on that I watched the other day from Revolution. That's pretty good. So it's worth watching that. Don't listen to me about this new escapement, because I've got no clue. All I know is it's going to be pretty special. And when you consider they're going to put this into a watch and sell thousands of them, and yet Omega have sort of modified their existing old caliber to put this spy rate system, which albeit is 0 to +2 seconds per day, which is better than Rolex's -2 to +2. They've yet to put that into mass production. But we'll come to that later, because I think Omega, at some point either this year or next year, could come in and sweep the boards a little bit with something special. Now, I had a recent experience in a watch boutique this weekend, and I was considering sort of 40mm watch, time and date, time only. And I've looked at the IWC Engineer a number of times, And in terms of a competitor set, this runs up right against the Land Dweller. And if we start to think about what price would Rolex pitch the Land Dweller at? Well, if we think about say a regular date just fluted bezel, they're about £9,000. Your bimetal one is, let's say, £12,000 or just over. Now, the IWC Engineer, released a few years ago, was about £10,500. They then corrected it down a bit because of currency fluctuations and other things that are going on in the UK. So it's currently retailing about £10,100. Now, I heard that IWC are going to add a display case back to the Engineer and bump the price up by a couple of £1,000. Call it £12,500. Now, I guess what IWC are going to do is they're going to do something with that 120-hour sort of 5-day movement. Do some kind of decoration. I don't know, make it a bit more special, add some value, bump the price up. Gives the customer a bit more of a reason to buy the watch. Now, you've also got the Girard-Perregaux Laureato. That retails about £12,000. That's quite an established watch. You've got the Chopard Alpine Eagle, about £10,000-11,000. So there's a few watches in that just over £10,000 bracket. So you can understand why IWC are trying to compete in that market, but you can also see where Rolex will probably pitch this watch. That's sort of £10,000 to £12,000. I expect a little bit more, but not crazy because they don't need to. And that sort of brings me on to, what do I think Omega were going to do? Now, long overdue is a replacement for the Globemaster. Now, the Globemaster was launched as the first watch with the 8900 master chronometer caliber movement inside it, so the METAS certified. And the Globemaster's got many, many decades of history regarding chronometry and winning awards, hence the observatory on the back for the number of stars for the types of awards it was winning back in the day. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Omega relaunched the Globemaster with a new movement, new caliper, hopefully a bit thinner, with the SPI rate, so brand new automatic winding, 0 to plus 2 seconds a day caliber. But they're going to make it an integrated bracelet watch, much like the Globemaster of today with that sort of oyster tail style bracelet. It's a great watch, pipe hand dial, classic. I think it's a bit chunky. I think the bracelet doesn't articulate very nicely, and I think given what IWC have done and given what else is out in the market, I mean, Christ, even the Tissot PRX is a nicer bracelet than the Globemaster, in my opinion. So I wouldn't be surprised at some point this year, maybe, that they just swoop in, new Globemaster, £9,000, so undercut everyone else a little bit, or just there or thereabouts. But with a super movement, has to be thin though, Omega. Don't forget that, has to be thin. So that's sort of no more than 11mm. With a nice bracelet, nice dial. I think that could be a nice little competitive set. Engineer, Globemaster, Alpine Eagle, and the Hourmaster. Anyway, just a few thoughts I had this morning. Whilst we're still waiting, whether we'll hear the 1st, 2nd or 3rd of April, I'm not too sure what the launch cadence is for Rolex, but we're all dead excited. Anyway, really welcome your thoughts on my thoughts. I'm Andy, this has been The English Watch. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.